Yes, right. The only point which arises for consideration is whether, on the basis of testimony of a solitary witness, eight men can be allowed to suffer incarceration for life, as has been concurrently held by the courts below. Full stop. In the aforesaid backdrop, we are duty bound to examine as to whether the testimony of this sole eyewitness Yankappa (PW1) is worthy of credence. Full stop. Is he trustworthy? Has he deposed truthfully? Is his testimony believable and free from improvements or material discrepancies so as to render it shaky or doubtful? Question mark. And as to whether the prosecution has established its case beyond reasonable doubt, against all accused person or not. All these is what we are called upon to examine. Full stop. Para. It is not in dispute that one Satyappa was found to have been murdered in broad daylight in village Kaltippi, Jama Khandi Taluka. Full stop. It is also not in dispute that in relation to the said incident, the very same day, that is on 13 August 2004 at 4 p.m., a report was lodged with Teradal police station, district Bhagalkot, Karnataka. Full stop. It is also not in dispute that the capital IO Shri Hanamappa Sangappa Keri (PW 32), who conducted the investigation, reached the spot and after making a preliminary inquiries and conducting investigation, recovers the dead body and sent it for a post-mortem, which was conducted by Dr. Shabbir Patel, PW 27. Full stop. The post-mortem report, Exhibit P-25, duly proven by the said expert, does establish the deceased to have sustained 21 stab injuries inflicted on different vital parts of the body. Full stop. The multiple injuries, serious in nature, were caused by sharp edge weapon. Full stop. They being on all the vital parts of the body. Full stop. Resulted into the death of the deceased. Herein only this court notices that in relation to the said crime, the trial court convicted all the 8 accused person, namely Ramappa (accused number 1), Shankar accused number 2, Krishnappa accused number 3, and Parappa Gulappa accused number 8, for having committed murder of the deceased with the use of different weapons, that is Jambia Jambe sharp edge weapon button news, chili powder was also used as a weapon of assault. Full stop. Para. In the considered view of the trial court, despite most of the prosecution witnesses 32 in number having turned hostile, the prosecution case stood established beyond reasonable doubt, through the unrefuted testimony of PW1 as supported by the unrefuted part of testimony on the hostile witnesses, namely Shashappa Reddy PW7. Full stop. Hence, the trial court convicted the accused and sentenced them to undergo imprisonment as indicated in the tabular form hereunder. Full stop. Para. The High Court, while concurring with the reasons and findings Return by the trial court also took note of the factum of a prior animosity interse the parties in relation to a land oblique boundary dispute. Full stop para. Before us only three accused, namely Rao Sahib bracket A-6, next bracket small Roman 2, Yankappa Naik A-7 and bracket Roman 3, Parappa bracket A-8 have assailed the said judgment by way of these two appeals by special leave. Full stop para. Briefly, we may summarize that the deceased died as a result of multiple injuries inflicted with sharp edge weapons. Full stop. For the sake of brevity, we need not repeat as already noticed supra, the injuries and the inside wounds sustained by the deceased on different parts of the body. Full stop. Most of the spot witnesses or the witnesses to the events prior or leading to the incident have not supported the prosecution. Full stop. However, that would not mean that the testimonies of all these witnesses would automatically stand discarded, with the natural corollary being acquittal of the accused. Stop.